Springwatch star Michaela Strachan had signed up to a spiritual journey with 6 other celebrities, which would see them hiking to places of worship to follow in the footsteps of saints, and, as she revealed to Express.co.uk, she was feeling fragile. The breast cancer survivor found herself overwhelmed with traumatic grief as she came to terms with the poignant fact that her close pal hadn't been as fortunate as her, despite being on the same journey. She was diagnosed with the disease a decade ago, had a double mastectomy and is now completely cancer-free, while her friend, who was diagnosed at the same stage and received very similar treatment, didn't make it. That, along with a string of other loved ones' deaths, meant that while the rest of the group were playing their own version of the traitors, taking turns to channel a villain, she craved alone time. I was carrying a lot of grief, so probably wasn't as robust as I would have liked to have been and found myself in the evenings, wanting to have time to myself, she explained. It's quite overwhelming at times being with lots of people like that when you're grieving. She and the other stars, comedian Eshaan Akbar, actor Tom Rosenthal, Real Housewives of Cheshire's Christine McGuinness, Made in Chelsea's Spencer Matthews, The Traitors' Amanda Lovett and Escape to the Country's Sonali Shah, had all been plunged in at the deep end to spend time together. The 7 have very different personalities, backgrounds and spiritual faiths, and represent everything from atheism to Jainism. While 1 had been strapped for cash in early life, and 2 had struggled with a parent's heroin addiction, another had attended arguably the most prestigious school in the country at an estimated cost of £50,000 a year, but all found common ground as they bonded over their shared spiritual journey. Michaela struggled at times, explaining, "When I was filming, I did wonder if it was the right thing to do, as people in my close circle, like me, were going through traumatic grief. When you're grieving, you'd rather be with people who know you because then you share the grief, whereas when you're with very big characters, you are alone sometimes with that grief," she agonized.